What is an instant turn-off in a relationship? Refusal to admit they have done anything wrong. Never apologizing. Constantly positioning as the victim. Deluding themselves by twisting reality so they never have to honestly look at themselves. So, narcissists, basically. I never do anything wrong though. I'm the world's greatest person since sliced bread. Putting the other person down when they're interested in / excited about something. It took me dating a good person to realize I shouldn't be so hesitant sharing things I like out of fear they'll tell me it's dumb or stupid. Well, that's just like every single person on this website. Not sure what it's called, but intentionally causing a fight because they enjoy the making up period. I think that's called toxic relationship. What if they enjoy the fight period? Asking for a friend. Always wanting you to be there for them but not returning the favor. Fuck that selfish, toxic shit. This hits home even if it's a friendship. Listening to your girlfriend talk to her daughter's father like complete and utter shit on the phone even though he was having a family emergency in a hospital and hadn't actually done anything wrong. Screaming and name-calling and all that because she wanted to talk to their 2-year-old but grandma had her at home. Took me all of 30 seconds to realize that would be me eventually getting treated like shit, so I enjoyed the rest of the night with her. Said when we talked on the phone the next day I didn't think things would work out long term. Oh yeah, she has a pending assault charge for breaking his nose that I didn't find out about till that same night. She's cray-cray. Yeah, I look at how people treat others a lot. My ex was constantly blowing up on his mom, or making fun of her, or basically gaslighting her. It took me too many years to realize he was doing it to me too. Narcissism. Not that easy to spot early on. And it's far more common than I ever thought. You are mine but I'm not yours, easy. I'll never forget my ex going, "Can we still be together, but I'll go off to see other people?" You can't though, what the hell. I hate this. I was expected to act like a girlfriend but he could go off and do whatever he pleased. No. Low self-esteem to the point you have to dance around their feelings constantly out of fear they'll blow up over the most minuscule things. Yep, couldn't talk about any problems with my ex because she would flip out over stuff that didn't even matter, let alone actual issues. You know, honestly I saw her self-esteem issues very early on, and I ignored that shit because I was a fucking retard and thought she was pretty. This made my self-esteem go up by 101%. Inability to communicate problems without yelling or insults. I've spent my whole life training myself not to yell at or insult someone unless it is 100% justified. I like discussing and resolving issues in a level-headed manner where both sides get an understanding of the situation from the other perspective. Just please, for the love of God, don't insult me for asking about your parents when I don't know how your family life is. That's why I'm asking. I second your comment. If you can't communicate healthily, get the hell out. It normally, if not always, leads to serious problems down the road. You have every right to be angry, but no right to be mean. I've been trying my best to live by that quote. It was so easy, at least for myself, to go off rails and say something nasty. Even when I'm upset with someone, 99% of the time it'll go a lot smoother if I come correct. When you realize there would be no plans, unless you are the one to initiate them. Oof, that hit home. Hate when it feels one-sided. I want to feel appreciated too. Frown. This sounds so familiar. Me and my ex would just be sitting at home all day if I didn't propose to take a walk or go see a movie. It was gloomy and exhausting. A year later, me and my new boyfriend went out more often in a month than I did with the previous one in a year. Even though they're both exes now, I look back to one relationship as boring and depressing, and the other as exciting and fun. Not having the same sense of humor. How horrible to be laughing and the other person doesn't think something's funny. From like a core humor standpoint. Hard to explain, but I've been in this situation during a date and it's so awkward to realize you don't find the same things funny. That horrifying realization when I realized I thought stuff was funny ironically, like, it's so unfunny that I laughed, but my ex was laughing BC she thought it was peak comedy. I cannot even date a girl who doesn't like my humor. I'm 40% humor. Well, I once dated a girl that threw her trash out her car window, and I ended up dumping her the next day. Not because of that, but it was a pretty clear sign that we weren't on the same page. She dumped her trash out the car window. The next day, you did the same. Not the action but the principle behind it. Manipulation. Also war manipulation. Substance abuse. Get drunk sure. Get high fuck it why not? If that's all you do I'm out. That cannot be all you do. I'm struggling with this with my BF. He is so smart but all he does is get high and research his interest, not take part in them. He knows all about rock climbing, its history, its heroes, the events, the knots, the equipment. We went once, I loved it, him bought so much. But that's okay because his interest changes 6 times a year. Always just high and hunched over his phone doing research but never actually doing something. When she fucks another man while you are at work. Damn frown. When she fucks another woman while you're in hospital. Diarrhea of the mouth. Too much talking and no listening. Diarrhea should come out of the butt. Being condescending about your partner's passions/hobbies/interests. People do this? Frown. I still hurt when I think of my partner picking on me playing ukulele. He is a guitarist. I've barely played in the last 4 years because of that one harsh comment. It was the first and only instrument I ever learned to play. Constantly talking about sex and nothing else like you're some teenager high on hormones. Yes, sex isn't a personality. Broke up with a guy after a couple weeks of dating for this exact reason. Made it worse that he constantly brought up his exes and sex together, and then would act utterly surprised that I didn't want to sleep with him anymore. I didn't even know how to explain that interrupting us making out to let me know one of his exes had a fetish of some sort was not a turn on. Littering or being rude to service staff. I will straight up end that relationship right then and there. With the being rude to service staff thing, I should also add that's an indicator of what they'll be like to you once you've got your guard down, and the honeymoon phase of the relationship is over. Chewing so damn loud as if they've never had food before. Just call them Chewbacca. It worked on Lily. I've never encountered this but just the idea of it is driving me up the wall. The attitude having privacy equals no trust. Never been in a relationship, but this is hard-coded as a red flag for me. This was a big argument I had with my ex. She would sneak through my phone constantly. She would attack me when I challenged her on it as I must be cheating if I didn't want her through my phone. Some people need to realize that people can have confidential conversations with people and it not be unfaithful. I could have family or friends going through shit they don't want people to know, or fuck, I could be ordering a surprise gift for her. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.